Good evening, folks, and welcome to my next adventure. I think I will start the next Vanguard mission that I keep saying that I'm going to do, and then I don't. But first, I think we're going to get some other things going. Yeah, my ship's going to look a little different than the last time you saw it. I did some modifications off screen, so I'd have more cargo space. So now we're gonna go have some fun.
Pressure holding. Take off cruise mode. Looks peaceful from up here, doesn't it?
So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna go find the Apollo landmark on Luna. Because there's apparently, like, for some of the landmarks that you find, especially on Earth, there are certain books that you have to find in certain parts of the game to allow you to access to those landmarks. And I even think there's even some stuff to find on Mars, like the Pathfinder lander and such. But yeah, that's where we're going first. We're going back to Luna. Try to find the Apollo lander.
Smooth jump. Nice work.
I guess we'll survey the moon too while we're here. At least, well, I mean, it's pretty simple. It's just where the heck is the helium? I don't even see any of the helium. Looks like it's all iron to me. It says there's helium on the planet, or on the moon. Man, look at the Red Sea. I think the map's a little bit clearer than it was before. Pyramids? It might be. I think they're one of the few items that actually show up when you actually look at the surface. Yeah, we're gonna visit the Apollo site first. Would you look at that? Careful, bud. There's some iron. We have a greenhouse farm on the moon, huh? So I think there's something. Yeah, it's the snow globes. Ooh, yay, I found the moon landmark. Solar farm. Landmark on Earth. Hi, Barry. Now let's see if we can find the helium deposit. I can see the iron deposits, but I can always come back and explore later. All right, so we got the moon lander. So now let's go get our next target, which is on Earth itself, and then I'm going to try to do some exploring and see if there's any other special places that I can find down there. Well, at least one that I know of that I might be able to find, but it still requires I guess there's like books for every landmark that's on Earth. And there's quite a few. There's a decent amount of landmarks on Earth. It's a matter of finding them, finding the books. Some of the books are mission specific, and the only time you can find them is in that specific mission. Yeah, all right. We'll come back to Earth, or come back to the moon later. At least I will, especially if it's off screen. Now we're going down to Earth. Earth has got a few other items. Only one little special location. Well, special as in for the surveying part of it. See, without that, it makes it hard to see. Because there's the Red Sea right there. So I'm guessing the pyramids, well, it look like they could be right there, but I don't think they are. I think they're over here more. That's not where we're here for. We're here for this. And there she is. But you would think that after 200 years, you'd see a lot more than just these specific landmarks still around. Geophysical features are already popping up. There's chlorine. Yeah, welcome to what's left of London. Alright, grab this snow globe. Alright, well, we've completed those tasks. We're not going to Caleb, we're not going to her. We head back to Mars. And I think... well, I think I will... I can't remember how this one's going to go. So I could either start the deep cover going, or go right to the Vanguard quest. I think all I'm doing here is just like going to the ship, talking to them, and they tell me what's going to happen, how they're going to do this, how they're going to get me into the Crimson Fleet, I guess you could say. So that's a hard decision. Alright, Barrett. We're going to try to see this geophysical. Oh, there we go, we got water, or whatever these are. Oh, this planet, there's mercury on Earth somewhere. That's what the HG is. I mean, it's still relatively warm for having almost no atmosphere. I mean, it's -1, it's just below freezing. -1 Celsius. That's Celsius temperatures, not Fahrenheit. So at least they decided to use the metric on this game, because it's a little more easier to use in some respects. That's why they still use it in like space-related stuff. Now, there's a mod that you can actually get where you can turn Earth back to green. But the problem is, it doesn't make it look like Earth. That's the problem. Water and all that stuff doesn't match up. The only place where you find water is in like the northern regions. Ow. Okay, well I found it, now I just gotta find the scannables. My goodness, Barry, you cannot keep up. Oh, it's a meteorite. That's why it's a point of interest, because it's a meteorite. Alright, storm crater has been completed. Because I think one time we found the pyramids without the book, or whatever it is that you have to find to be able to actually get to them. See that? Am I unencumbered? Okay, well at least I'm not unencumbered.
Take me to the stars, Captain.
Alright, so let's go to here. It's just a little more daylight now, so let's see if I can actually try to find roughly where the pyramids are. I think right there's the Nile, what's left of it. But it's just very, very tricky because they don't show up on the map like everything else does. On land, but I don't think we're going to see them. They're not going to generate because they're supposed to find you on your own. Are we already here? Yeah, I guess we are. Because I know one time I played through, I came to try to find roughly the area of where the pyramids might be, and I stumbled upon it. Of course, the snow globe's not going to show up because you have to find that only shows up if you get the book. No, but yeah, this is going to be very warm. Or the radiation's going to be dead harsh. The other thing I wish it'd have you do that you didn't have to actually find them by finding specific books. This might be water. And water. Yeah, and of course with this being generated a certain way, the odds of you actually finding the structures that you're looking for. I don't know, I haven't been here with the current map look, so I don't... Let's see, let's see what the surface... Does the surface give me anything? No, not in this section. I don't even know how they would even show up on this map. It'd be nice if they did. Because I stumbled on the pyramids in one time without actually having the book that was required to find them. And unfortunately, I can't see where Orion is. Constellation of Orion, I think, is one way that looks like Scorpio right there. That looks like Scorpio right there. Yeah, I don't think I landed in the right area. Because it'd be nice to find the pyramids without actually finding the book itself, but because of the way this place is, the way they generate their maps, makes it a little difficult to do that, find things. I would just happen to be lucky the last time I came, that one time that I actually found the pyramids. Because that's Scorpio right up there. So that's the southern sky. Alright, let's get to a high point. That rock structure almost looks like it could be. Oh, of course, the controller died. What? Really? I just charged this controller. Just darn it. Got to charge. I guess I used it too much that it ran out of charge. That rock right there looks like a pyramid, but it's not. Let me get out. I'm going to see if I can find Orion. Because I think if I try to find the constellation Orion, it might help at locating the pyramids. But apparently it's not giving me that. It's only giving me constellation Scorpio right there. I guess it might just because it's too light. It might be hard to see it. I'm going to try to go to that rock. I just want to see if what that rock might be. It looks like it could be a pyramid, but I don't think it is. Well, it's got a cave on it, so it's not going to be a pyramid. I want to do a little cave delving. I know I'm going to cut some of this out when when I finally actually get into this game, or this missions that I'm trying to work towards. I just want to see what's in here. Alright, we got the other materials we're looking for. There's your mercury. A little water in here. Cesium. That's not one of the items. Lead is what I need. Lead is the other material I'm looking for. Let's see what's in here. And copper and aluminum. Don't need any of those either. Alright. Well. That's it. That's all this game has. Not much in here. One time I came to this area, I was just lucky that I was able to find them. Because I mean, it's literally, it is in this area somewhere. It's just pinpointing an exact location. That's the Red Sea, or what's left of the Red Sea. Are they right here, maybe? I don't think it'd be that far east or west. I mean, because that's the Nile right there, I believe. So maybe I need to go a little bit further over. My current landing spot covers a good chunk of that. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference in location-wise.
Landing struts primed. Retro's firing.
It doesn't even look like we even moved.
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived.
No, that don't look like a pyramid, but it's pretty darn close. Oh. That cave up there. I know, I'm sorry, I'm wasting time. It's not what I came here for. Since it's nighttime, US, it's gonna be, that makes it even harder. So I know there's facilities over here too. Like in Japan and such. That system. Back out. Alright. Let's go to the Vigilance. I'm not sure what this is gonna do because I'm not trying to start the deep cover Crimson Fleet ones yet. So I think this is just going to give me a breakdown of what we're actually going to do, or what the plan of action is. Sorry about that.
Hello, Captain.
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the commander?
You can tell me about this. About
I'm not
Vigilance.
authorized to divulge information about this vessel. Suffice to say, it's one of the toughest ships in the UC's arsenal.
Sure. Ugh. A million questions, but I can wait for the commander.
Of course. If you'd follow me, please. So, you're the Vanguard that took down that terramorph on Tau City. You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn, that must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard, take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
This might become the first Sys Def mission, depending on how long this goes. I don't think it's very long. It's pretty.
Howdy. Yes, what?
Excuse me.
Right. Ops.
Okay, hello.
I'd like to brief you on the mission, so please, pay attention. Ah, there you are. Commander Kibwe Kande, UC Sys Def. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Tuala's offer.
Well, I'm not entirely sure sold on the idea yet.
Well then, let's just see what we can do about that, eh? This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance. Sys Def's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
What exactly is the Crimson Fleet?
That's strange. According to your file, you've encountered them before.
You know,
On Vectera specifically.
I'm just gonna.
They were
I'm
the
just-
pirates that attacked your mining outpost? I'm surprised you don't remember.
I do remember. I just wanted to ask what you think about it. Impressive ship, but I don't see where I fit in.
Whether this ship is impressive or not, you're the key element that we've been lacking. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
Uh-huh. See, we already have a plan in mind.
I do. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora
Another one of
loaded on
those
your ship
that connects me
get
back
her
to
attention.
the Vanguard mission, which is where I'll be going next. I can't remember. I don't even catch what he was talking about. Sounds like it's about
Aurora is a Class A controlled substance that's illegal to transport outside of Neon, a city on Volai. Get caught with this stuff aboard a ship, and you're looking at some serious fines.
Unless you know where to go to sell it. Set your way.
That's right. So it'll be your job to convince this person that you're the real deal. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
So quite a bit of confidence in my abilities.
If I didn't have confidence in your abilities, I would have told Commander Tuala to send someone else. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
If I get into my head.
Then you better learn to swim, because you're diving right into the deep end on this one. I've studied your profile. I know you can do this. I'm not about to throw away someone's life on a whim or a prayer. Just use your best judgment, trust your instincts, and watch your back.
Do my
I
best.
wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for Sys Def, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control.
Can you explain Sys Def code?
To put it simply, you can't go into every situation with guns blazing. Think before you act. Calculate what you're doing and pull the trigger only when it's absolutely necessary. At the end of the day, your primary goal is taking down the Crimson Fleet. That's the greater good.
Okay. Can't make any
I don't
promises.
want promises. I'm just asking you to think. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck.
Any other information about Soros?
All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's been privy to some seriously shady deals. She's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson Fleet at all was thanks to an informant. I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got.
What happens if I get arrested while undercover?
For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines. That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own.
Okay.
As you were.
Alright, Tom.
Hey,
That's not. There she is.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
I can't find
I'd scour every inch of wherever the Crimson Fleet sends you. Otherwise, you're wasting our time and risking your neck for nothing. Criminals are sloppy. Look hard enough, and I'm certain you'll stumble across their mess.
Okay.
Well, you better. Commander Akande's entire operation is resting on your shoulders. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
Sounds like you have a vendetta against him.
You're damn right I do. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
As much evidence as I can.
That's all we're asking. Oh, before you go, there's one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts.
Okay. It's very generous.
It's not generous, it's motivational. Commander Akande's idea. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Even if you're scanned. Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake.
It's going to happen to people be rest.
We'll be keeping them close at hand until this operation is complete. So, we'll be holding them in the Vigilance's brig. If you're feeling particularly ruthless, you could always head down there and say hello. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to see you.
You like discussing your experience with the Crimson Fleet?
Not really, no. I've learned to keep my personal experiences separate from the job.
So,
Don't get me wrong. I appreciate that you care. It's just that I don't feel like now's an appropriate time to be discussing these things. Let's just stick to the job at hand and concentrate on the mission. But, maybe we can talk about it some other time, okay? I'll be here if you have any more questions.
So that's just basically getting this mission started. Then we go back to Sidonia, because going back to Sidonia, we'll also be able to do our other mission, because it's going to the exact same location to find information. So we're both of these next two missions are going to Sidonia. This one just happened to be an extension of that. I guess you can call it. Alright. Now we head to Mars and do the next mission.
All green on release. We're free to fly.
So I got that one activated, so now Living Devils, yes, it's a trade authority for both the next two steps of this mission. So let's up the evidence option.
This is UC Security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband. You're cleared to land. Enjoy your stay at Sidonia.
Play. I don't know, should I go replace that? I think I might go place that sensor too. Sorry, slight diverge. Is it? Well, it's under. Oh, back they got away. Alright, let's go place the sensor. While we're here. Notebooks. How do we that ammo? Sure. There we go. That's what I've been thinking about. Is this where this was at? Just as long as I don't fall, I don't have to start. I won't have to start all over again. No, just like that. Shoot, I had to do it all over again. Gosh darn it. So I can get 3 shots out of that booster. Yeah, but the low gravity doesn't help in some circumstances too. Kind of lose a little bit of the control. Ah, dang it. Dang it. It's hard to do light jumps without being... Okay, so now this one's going to be tricky. Guess maybe there was a ramp right there. Almost there. Go just a teeny bit higher. That's probably stuff I'm probably looking for in here. Alright, so let's go here. Alright. There we go. Oh. Weapons cache. Laser ammo. Don't have a rocket launcher. We'll take 6.5 of the bill though. Alright, this is all we have to do. Alright, now we return the tracker agent. At least I can fast travel, so that cuts off some of the unnecessary travel time. As long as I'm not encumbered, I can do it. Let's go let the tracker lady know that we got her thing. Let her know.
You place that sensor and my mark is as good as dead.
Yep.
Good. I'm already getting readings from it. Nothing yet, but when he shows, we'll get him. Here's your pay. Think of it as your cut of the bounty for your assistance.
Hey, it's my personal savior. Thanks again for the assist. Wish there was more to do around here. Drinking.
Okay, so I can do stuff in here. I gotta be careful about trying to destroy the criminal characters right now. Try to get into their in their nice side. So now I
Symphonia
can
may be rough around the edges, but it is utterly monumental for humanity.
so,
If it hadn't been for Mars.
tap trade authority.
How's it going? Can I help you?
Two options.
Yo, hey, what's up? You looking to do some shopping here at the Trade Authority? I'm Manaki. Feel free to ask me anything and I'll do my best to help you out.
Can you tell me about the trade authority? I hear you. The trade authority sometimes deals in illicit goods. Is this true?
Man, sorry, I can't really say that. Really, they told me not to say anything like that because rumors, you know? All I know is that we're running a business here, and I was told to take in all trades and sell whatever we've got. And listen, I'm not gonna worry about anything other than that.
Okay. Can you tell me about the trade authority?
Oh man, no, I'm still new here, so I don't know how qualified I am to answer that. This huge network of shipping and trade throughout the known universe. Everyone. Free Stars, UC, even Varun uses us in some capacity. Because I guess we're all about free trade for all. Yo, I wouldn't be surprised if we bought and sold from the Crimson Fleet, right? They pay my salary, so as far as I'm concerned, they're all right in my book. Cool.
Trade.
That's what we do here.
He's not gonna have anything I need.
Come back anytime.
Oh, so I gotta talk to the person.
United Colonies Department of Labor would like to remind you that working too much overtime is harmful to your health.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy. And by sensitive, I'm guessing you mean something you don't want UC Security sticking their noses into. I can probably help you with that. What have you got for me? Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
Well, hang on there. We haven't even started to negotiate yet.
Guess the people who told me you were the best were wrong, huh?
No, they're right. What they didn't tell you is that I have a self-preservation streak 1 kilometer wide. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
Okay, let's just do industrialist. If the deal goes through, you're certain to get a cut of the profits.
You got a point there, love. All right, I'll take a chance.
Glad we could put things into perspective.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear.
That's that.
Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Oh, pardon me. Was that your stomach or mine? Exploring the galaxy is hard work. Trust me, I know. But stop by sometime and let's talk. Just us adventurers, okay?
Yeah, so that's the next step of his mission, so... yeah, I'll go up here and talk to this guy. Oh, never mind.
Huh?
Down
What do you
here,
want?
not up there.
I thought our transaction was...
Well, I gotta talk to this guy.
Invoices can be collected from the... Oh. Not here for a delivery, are you?
I'll do industrials on this one too, because I'm trying to be a business person here, trying to get connections.
I appreciate your candor, but I'm afraid I can't help you. Dr. Walker has gone missing.
A shame, too. We had such high hopes for Percival. I brought him on myself to do medical and biological consulting around the city. Not the sort of work the Trade Authority traditionally does. But we thought it had the potential to become a whole new type of revenue stream for our branch. I invested no small amount of personal capital into the endeavor. But then he decided to run off after a discipline issue. I presume the miners have him hidden somewhere. Plenty of cracks on this old rock. But at this point, it's probably for the best.
What issues are you talking about here?
Dr. Walker decided to start brewing and selling his own pharmaceuticals to our customers below cost. Something his contract expressly forbade. As such, we requested our cut of the profits and began garnishing his salary. Perhaps a little too severely, but well within legal limits. It was around then that he ran off, abandoning his duty and his unpaid accounts. They were all devils. Red Devils. A UC Marine unit based here on Mars, though they were disbanded shortly after the Colony War. I presume a number of them served alongside Dr. Walker. Bonds forged in battle and all that.
Try to track it down for you?
That won't be necessary. The Trade Authority isn't interested in employing someone so unreliable. But we would like the money he owes us. If you can convince him to pay his debts, we'd be most grateful.
And you need fabulous interplanetary explorers to get this guy to pay his bills, huh?
See what I can do.
No promises, though. Got it?
Wonderful. I suggest paying a visit to the Sixth Circle, what I suppose is technically a bar on the lowest level of the city. If anyone knows where Percival is, the miscreants there would. But I would urge caution. They're not a group known for their hospitality.
All citizens are welcome and encouraged to make use of the Sidonia Community Center.
Got a minute to chat?
For activities of all
Maybe a
sorts.
few minutes.
Seek a
Probably not
community center
hours.
representative to plan
No
your event
guarantees.
or regular gathering today.
Hey, so I'm really enjoying our time together. Thought you should know. It's been a long time since I worked with someone so closely. I didn't realize how much I missed it. And you haven't stopped me from looking into this stuff with Irvin either. So, thank you.
Why would I stop?
Well, there's a school of thought that you shouldn't go chasing ghosts. And they're probably right. Ghosts are spooky. But maybe this isn't that kind of chase. And Irvin's case is far from dead.
Oh, where else doing anything important anyways?
I know we're not fighting pirates or rescuing settlers from certain doom. But it matters to me. So thank you for indulging me, I suppose.
First to stand.
On that note, I do have some news about Irvin's case. So, I wanted to let you know that I heard back from my contact, and I think you'll want to hear this. They sent me a copy of some public records. It's interesting. There was a claim filed against Irvin, accusing him of damaging their investments. Looks like Irvin didn't even enter a plea.
We brought the course to what was the settlement?
Some of Irvin's paychecks were seized, as well as any assets that weren't under joint ownership. The Hephaestus Mining Corporation. And they also won the case.
I understand how Irvin would be guilty
Well,
of it.
if it was Irvin, I do want to understand that. Because I just can't believe it. Anyway, this mining corporation, Hephaestus, sued Irvin claiming he irreparably damaged their mine. They said he killed the apex predators in the area around the mine, which led to herd creatures overeating the grasses. That caused the soils to release too many gases too fast, which cost Hephaestus a ton of money.
And apex predators led to all that.
They claim the creature he killed was a critical hive species that caused a cascade effect when they were killed off. Irvin killed the equivalent of a queen bee, and the whole hive collapsed, basically.
Seems hard to prove.
It looks like they considered him a no-show and ruled against him. So anyway, according to the court documents, there was a witness for the defense, who was a no-show too. Then Hephaestus won by default. They tried to take his apartment, but because it's in my name too, they couldn't. They withdrew their testimony the morning of the trial. Said they had a sincere change of heart.
Aren't they still available?
Yes. They plan to stay in the same system for a while.
Did you know about the apartment before this?
I didn't know he bought it. Must have been a better deal than renting for the time he was there.
Sounds like the case is closed.
That doesn't mean we can't do anything about it. And if nothing else, I just want to know more about what happened to Irvin. So here's what I was thinking. I can persuade my contact to keep digging a little bit more. I don't want to press our luck, so I'll just ask them to follow up on one thing. Should I tell them to investigate the company more, or look into the witness instead?
What can we find out about investigating the company?
I just want to know why they picked Irvin. Why did they set him up?
What do you want to find out with the witness?
I wonder what his real reason was for retracting his testimony. Did he report anything to security?
Alright, investigate company some more?
Knowing why this corporation did this to Irvin is more likely to lead to answers. You know, this investigation is time-consuming, but it's also pretty cathartic. And who knows? Maybe if we solve this case, it'll mean a better future for Gagarin. But that's thinking too far ahead. Anyway, Captain, thanks for checking in with me.
Before you say anything, no, Mars is nothing like Earth. Heck, even Earth is nothing like what Earth used to be.
It is also advised to use only approved ship.
I'm all ears.
As the UC Marines are not responsible for hull damage caused by stray munitions.
Alright, so now we are kind of... This is going to be kind of a mixed mission bag, because there's not really one specific route that we're going on just yet. So I'll probably at least get the next steps going for at least for the Vanguard. The other one I think I gotta do a little bit more. So I can go down this way. But also take the time and talk to the
Watch out for the robots. They're surprisingly sneaky.
Alright, let's see what these guys have to say.
Broken Spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar's for devil's vets and their kin.
Doc Walker? You're barking up the wrong...
Andy, you. Why don't you come here and tell me what some stray wants with Broken?
Be advised to secure this article and find stable ground or remain seated in the event of unforeseen tremor. Detonation occurs in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Not every day a stray topsider wanders into my bar claiming they know people. What do you want with Dr. Walker?
First Vanguard business, I need him to look at something. Terramorphs might be threatening the galaxy, I need Percival's help, or... I can't remember which one worked.
Is that so? Well, Captain, then you should have no problem answering a few simple questions about the Vanguard, right? Like knowing, for example, what Supra et Ultra means. You remember your Vanguard motto?
Above and beyond, I think.
I see. And tell me, what grade was it you got on your entrance exam? A, C, D+?
Didn't have to pass. Didn't have to pass.
Yeah, sure you did. Sorry, can't help you. Stop. Even if I did know where he was, I'm not telling some stray I don't know from a... Maybe there is something you can do. Percival's got this debt put on him by the Trade Authority. You make that go away, prove you're a friend of him and the rest of us devils, and... well, I'm always inclined to help a friend.
Dennis, can you tell me about that?
Red Devils were the meanest Marine unit the UC Navy ever had. Couldn't get in if you hadn't done at least one stint as a Martian Dusty. Made us tough, reliable. It's why they chose us as the handlers for the UC xenoweapons. No other unit could handle that pressure. Percival, though, he wasn't a grunt like all of us. Science officer. Made sure the monsters behaved themselves around the Devils, and didn't with everyone else. But it was those monsters that did us in. When the colony war ended and the armistice came down, everything associated with xenoweapons got shelved, Red Devils included. Now they're just a memory.
And how would you suggest I go about cleaning Percival?
Well, most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just saunter up to the authority and pay him direct, if you've got credits to throw away. Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps all their records and collections files on a central server inside their storeroom. If someone was to break in there and adjust Percival's debt to something a little more reasonable, say a few hundred credits, I'd be happy to cover the costs.
Sure. We can help you commit a petty crime to secure your professional support. Why the hell not?
See if I can.
And I look forward to hearing the good news.
Maybe a bounty?
Let's speak to this guy.
Heard you talking with Lou, so you're going to help Dr. Walker? Oh, no, I mean, I've got my suspicions, but look, you're planning to help Percival, right?
Try.
Oh, good. Percival's a good guy. Listen, I know how you can do it without having to resort to any B&E. Aqueous hematite. Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival and I, we've been working on some projects in the deep mines. At least when he wasn't slaving away at his Trade Authority contract. But we stumbled on a way to make it useful and profitable. You give our research over to Octai at the Trade Authority, it should more than cover Percival's debt. That guy's always looking for an angle.
Aqueous hematite, what's that?
It's mostly iron and about 3 centuries of human water runoff, though only Percival would be able to tell you all the trace elements and whatnot. But it builds up around human settlements, and something about the Martian soil changes it. It makes it into something new, and we think we found a use for it. Oh, I'm Cambridge. I was Percival's assistant. Well, apprentice, really. Couldn't work in the mines anymore, so he gave me a job helping with some of his side projects. Knows experiments inside and out, and I know this one was gonna be big.
Alright. guys making cans or something?
No. Well, yes, but the medical kind. I'd help him make whatever the city was running low on that month, and we'd sell it to the miners for cheap. But the Trade Authority got wind and wanted their cut. And then some.
There's a reason you haven't handed it over already?
Yeah. We were never able to finish the research. Spacers moved in and ran us out. Started setting up shop.
Here comes the butt.
But if you can clear them out, I can walk you through how to finish the research. Then you can give it over to the Trade Authority. They'll get folks working in the deep mines again. Jobs come back, I become a modern-day folk hero. Then I don't have to sleep on an inflated spacesuit anymore.
What happened to jobs?
Biggest employer on Mars has always been Demo Star Yards. After the Colony War, Armistice meant they needed a lot fewer warships. Fewer ships meant fewer minerals. That meant a lot of folks scrounging for work around here. Great. So access to the deep mines can be found outside the city. It's not far. Shouldn't even need to hop back in your ship. We'd set up right near the main drill. Taking out the spacer leader should get the message across to the rest of them to buzz off. Once you've managed that, phone up here on the comms panel, and I can walk you through finishing the research.
So now, that's gonna be a little tricky because I might divide this up a little bit. This is kind of like an intro mission to both Sys Def and the next Vanguard mission. So I could. I don't want to talk to Trevor just yet. That'll be its own set of missions called Sidonia. Like I did on Atlantis. Alright, let's go back to the main level. Yeah, so for me, for the next piece that I could do if I did want to. Can I tell him about it? Can I tell him about it now, or do I have to tell him about it later? Let's see what it says.
Was there something else?
I'm not gonna tell him about it until we actually know for sure that we can actually get it working. Alright, so let's go back up here.
Hey, good to see you again. Still think there might be room for me on your crew?
It's about Wayne to me.
Okay, I'm game. I could use a break from the Sol system.
Okay, so I can at least put him on there. Alright, so I got him on
Give
my
me a
ship
few
now,
to get
so
my
at least
things
3.
together. Then I'll get to work. See you in the space lanes, Captain.
A little extra piloting skills and assistance.
We have the tech to
So
instantly
that's the guy
universe.
to talk to for the next part of the Sys Def mission.
Rocks out of boots.
So, I don't think I have anything worth.
Ended up drinking himself on the table. Woke up a few hours
Just
later.
buzzing through or here to stay?
Doubt he'll be back.
Well, let me know if he ever shows his face again. I'll make it clear he's not welcome.
Mm-hmm. Will do.
If you see any trouble, you let us know. Sergeant Booth at your service. If you have a security-related concern, bring it up to me. Not if I've got anything to say about it. For real, though. I don't know if it's because everyone's too busy working, or if it's because of the presence, but crime's pretty low. We get the occasional drunken brawls, petty thefts and stuff, but Sidonia ain't exactly a hotbed of crime. We're not Neon.
So some people with red eyes, anything to worry about?
Well, it ain't drugs if that's what you're worried about. You'll notice it happens to miners and anyone else that's been down in the red Martian dust too long. Nothing to worry about any more than anyone else around here. Used to be a sign someone was ready for the Red Devils. Some of the ex-Red Devils still think they're a big deal. They ain't as badass as they think they are. And any that do have a chip on their shoulder and cause trouble, well, I'll put them in their place.
Booth? Just Booth? Is that a nickname or something?
As much as someone's last name is a nickname, Friends, acquaintances, and other locals call me Booth. You can call me Sergeant Booth.
Well, I'm a captain.
Stay out
So
of trouble.
technically, I'm your superior.
What's the word? Hello. I heard you were having a problem with the customer.
I've been swapping stories with other miners. It makes me eager to get a cut on my hands again.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I need more ship space.
Good to see you. Nice work getting that survey data. It's good to have someone like you helping out the list.
Yeah, he'll be back. Well, let me know if he ever shows his face again. I'll make it clear he's not welcome.
Mm-hmm. Will do.
Okay, so I got it, but it
Take care.
still wants me to do more planetary data.
Used to you at an outpost.
I know, Lynn, but there's nothing I can do right now.
Yes?
So I'm guessing Heller went to Titan, I'm guessing, because I don't see him. Is that something?
Don't want to catch yourself with a loose grip on your equipment when one of those particle detonations goes off.
Mars is ripe with resources, which means there's always going to be plenty of work.
So Lynn is here. I don't know where Heller's.
Let me know if you need something.
Alright, well, that's my next mission for this, for Sys Def, is to talk to him. So I'm not going to do that right now. So we are transitioning to Vanguard now, so. But I think I will call it there, because I'll have to split this mission up a little bit. Because I don't have time to do the rest of this mission, so this will be a part 2 to this one. I just don't know what I'm going to call this episode. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe if you wish. I know I didn't get quite into the mission as much as I wanted to, but I did what I could, so hope you guys enjoy. Please like, comment, subscribe if you wish. Come on. Until next time. Later.